Hello everybody, and I hope you're having a fantastic day. And in this video, I'm going to be going over some things I kind of didn't get to before, or I went over wrong. It's going to be a short video, it's going to be a few things. But anyways, I want to go over them. First thing's going to be step up. Two things are going to be two of the class rings, or class ring abilities. Okay, so with the step up spawn, it looks like Loki's going to actually have the higher rates. And on top of it, they're going to be more fair than they usually are. So it's not going to be a one-sided step-up spawn. So when you're spawning, you have a chance to get Cowgirl Tequila, and you have a pretty big chance to get Loki. So that's very, very nice. And on top of it, I've been seeing a little bit on the Archer stats for the results, and I really like that. Because if I were to get an Archer stat Loki, I'd be pretty happy. I'm not even going to lie. But anyways, moving on from there, that's the first thing. The second thing I actually want to talk about is Six rings. Okay, so with the 6 rings, first one I want to talk about is Volcanic Nova. This one actually is going to be boosted by 50 after each hit. So this like stacks up to a maximum of 280 per each hit. So if you were to combo it, it'd start off with 100 AP, and then if your target was broken, has to be broken, it will go up to 50 HP for each one. So it'd pretty much be, for the first one, 80 plus 50, and then for the second one, it'd be 80 plus 100, because 50 plus 50 equals 100, so it'd be 2 50s plus 80, and then when we get to the third hit, it's going to be 3 50s plus 80, the fourth hit's going to be 4 50s plus 80, so 50 gets added each and every time with another 50. If not the first one. The first one only starts off with just a straight up 50, and then from there it just stacks up until it gets to a maximum of 280 ability power. And that right there I think is somewhere in the 800s of an ability power hits. So right there, if your target is broken for all 4 hits, that right there, even without the combo for Crook Raid, is extremely strong, is actually the heaviest hitting move in the game. But this has a bit of risk involved because you have to break your opponent if even possible. Some opponents don't break for a long time, and once you break them, I think it only lasts for about 15-20 seconds, 10, I'm not sure, it's somewhere around that range, but that's the risk involved with it. It's a bit risky because the target needs to be broken. Break it in at any time, and on top of it, it may be hard to break an opponent. But when it does, it definitely hits hard and is the hardest hitting move in the game. So it's a bit risky, but if you can manage to pop it off, it's definitely the hardest hitting move of the game. Definitely, I wouldn't use it in guild battles because when you're fighting that guild crystal, it's not going to be broken at all. It can't break. And same for player versus player. Volcanic Nova is probably not going to be the heaviest hitting move in player versus player because break works a little differently in player versus player. Player versus enemy might be a different story, but player versus player, not so much. So might be a really strong move, but you got to consider it as more of a player versus enemy for strongest hitting move more than a player versus player strong hitting move. The next one I want to talk about is for the soldier. The soldier's Iron Fortress over here. It says reduces damage taken by your character by 20% for 5 seconds, and then it does like an ability power 160. I got this a bit wrong, so I'm sorry about this, and I'll try not to make mistakes with these classes again. I wanted to get this out as fast as possible, and I for the most part, this is the only 2 I have to talk about. I have everything, so I pretty much got everything I need to do and needed right. It's just with these 2, I guess I was trying to finish for you guys as fast as possible, considering that it was a couple days before I even came out with the 6 rings, so I'm terribly sorry about that, but that was the whole intention and purpose, is I wanted to make sure you guys understood what was going on with the 6 rings if you didn't. But anyways, moving on from there, the damage reduction right here is actually a standalone thing. It's not like a buff. It can't be pierced. It can't be removed or anything like that. It's there for a full 5 seconds and then it's gone. Think of it as like an extra guard, except you don't have to like sit there and your character's just like in a pause position and they can't use any moves. It's pretty much like it works the same way or similar as guard, except you can keep attacking after this activates. So it's pretty much what it's like. Is an extra guard, except you can actually, you're mobile with this guard, unlike the actual guard move itself. So that's pretty much how it works. That's pretty much the whole concept around Iron Fortress. So this is definitely not a bad move whatsoever. This could definitely help out in duel rooms, coliseums, and guild battles, definitely, because it's just standalone. It works a similar asset as guard. So that's pretty much what I gotta say. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for watching, and I hope this helped out. This is the Azrael, and I'll catch you in the next video. I'm out. Peace.